using related to cloud. Now, when we talk about cloud model, there are few characteristics of cloud. That is, in cloud, it is pay as you go. Now, what was the non-cloud? It was pay. It was pay. Does anyone remember what is called? It was pay first or last. In non-cloud, it was pay first. Correct. So in non-cloud, meaning your on-premises environment, you have to pay first. In cloud model, it is pay as you go. Then there resources are limited. In cloud, resources are unlimited. For example, in case of electricity, how much electricity you want? You have for example 1 ton AC. You want to change to 2 ton AC. You want to have an AC in kitchen also. You already have in all in bedroom. You can. There is no need for you to fill up a form and go somewhere. Okay, so resources, meaning electricity is unlimited. They have a limit, but for the customer level it is unlimited. For the customer point of view, it is unlimited. They might be having some limit that they know, but from the customer point of view, the resources are unlimited, and the resources are instantly available on demand, meaning you demand them and they are available. More electricity you want, you can get it. So my dear friends, pay as you go. Resources are unlimited and resources are instantly available on demand. Now, what we will do is, we will give you an example of a server creation in Azure Cloud. For example, if I want to create a server in Azure Cloud, so how much time it will take for the server creation? So if I want to use Azure Cloud, for example, if I want to create a server in the Pune data center, so how can I create? The first thing is, you need to go to a website, and the name of the website is portal.azure.com. And you need to have an account. See, our course is not just theory course. It is a live, hands-on, practical training course where you will be performing live, hands-on, practically along with the trainer. While performing the practical, if you face some issue, this is you. If you face some problem, then we will take the remote of your system and we will help you. And our way of training is we go slow. That how the live hands-on practical training will be performed. So as an example, we will go to portal.azure.com, and then we will ask you that have you logged in into portal.azure.com. Then we will put in the chat box that yes. Then we will tell you that do you see a search bar here?
Please subscribe my channel.
Okay. Hello friends. तू कौन हो? Hello friends. Please subscribe my channel. इनको है ना. Please subscribe my channel. क्या करियो?
ତମେ ଯାଉନ ଟିକେ ପଢ଼ ହୋଇ ଯାଅ।
ବାପରେ 11 ଜଣ ପଳେଇଲେ।
ନାଇଁ ବା ଆଇଥିଲେ 15 ଜଣ ଆଇଥିଲେ। ଦେଖି ଦେଖି 8 ଜଣ ହେଲେ 8 ଜଣ
14 ଜଣ ଏବେ କହ
ପାର୍ଟି କରିଛି।
ହୁଁ।
हेलो फ्रेंड्स सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल। ए बाबू पार्टी करना रे।
ଏବେ କହ
ଏବେ ତ କହିଲି କେଥର
ଆବେ କହ।
फ्रेंड्स सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल लाइक करो सब्सक्राइब करो।
ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ଚନ୍ଦି ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ଚନ୍ଦି ସେଟା
बारी खाई खाने चाहिए गुरु फुरु गनु माना गनु जिये
ସଉଦା ଏଇସୁ ଗୋଡ଼ ନମ୍ବର ସଉଦା ଗୋଡ଼ ନମ୍ବର ସଉଦା ଚାଲ ଚାଲ ଚାଲ।
After logging in, and then you will look at the screen. Yes, there is a search bar. Then we will tell you that go and search for something which is known as virtual machines. Now, virtual machines meaning server. Then you will search for virtual machine. Then you will click for virtual machine. And then we will ask you, are you on this page? On the page of virtual machine, you will check at your screen, you will check at your computer, you will check at the screen, everything is matching. You will put in the chat box that yes, if it is not matching, then you will put in the chat box that no, I am facing some problem, and then we have a system, we will take the remote, and then we will be able to see your screen. Okay, so this is how our live hands-on practical training will do. We go step by step, we go slow, and slowly we will go ahead. Okay, now we got a message difference between AWS and Azure. See, our focus is only on Azure. Both are cloud, but both way are different. AWS portals are different, terminologies are different, and Azure portal is different, Azure terminology is different. Okay, so both cannot be compared, but finally both are cloud. No, Azure belongs to Microsoft, and Microsoft is a company which is everywhere, correct? Is there any company which is not having Microsoft products? I don't know in my entire career. I've never seen any company which is not having Microsoft products. All Linux, Ubuntu, desktops are Ubuntu, and servers are Linux servers. I've never seen any company. So Microsoft is everywhere. Now, my dear friends, what I will do here is I will go and I will create a virtual machine. Now, a lot of terminologies will be there here that we will understand. Right? For example, you will see here what is a resource group, because when the actual lecture will start, today is just a demo lecture. When the actual lecture will start, we will understand in detail. Okay, what is a subscription? What is a resource group? What is resources? And how things go ahead. So a lot of things we will understand in detail, step by step in the actual lecture, in the first lecture. So next Saturday is the first lecture of the course. Now you have to just stay connected till the ending of the demo session. A lot of your queries, as I said, will get automatically resolved. Now what I will do is I will go here and I will create a virtual machine. No, resource group. Here it is asking subscription, resource group. That all things we will learn. So I will say create a new resource group. A name to the resource group. That too, that is, we cannot just give random names. There are naming convention that okay, what name should be given. So that things we will learn step by step when we will take the topic of resource group. Now, my server. Now, in which region? The region means simple word data center. So, in which region? Central India. Central India, but I said yeah, I want to create in Pune.
Public.
So Pune is not there, Mumbai is not there, Chennai is not there. What is it? So they have given code word. Central India, there is a complete, you can say PDF, where it is written that Central India means Pune, South India means Chennai, and West India means what? West India means what do you think? Mumbai, Pune or Chennai? Perfect. So West India means Mumbai. So my dear friend, Central India I will select. So virtual machine, my server region Central.
Soba dija.
Now these all things will come. Availability zone, availability set, virtual machine skill set. All these things will come in the course when we will learn about them. That how to set up the availability set, availability zone. That all things will come step by step.
ସୁନି
ହୁଁ
ମାଇକଟା ଖୋଲ
କ'ଣ ହେଲା
ଗୋଟେ ଖୋଲ ମାନେ ସାଇଲେନ୍ସ କାହାକୁ ଦେଖିବା ଇଚ୍ଛା ହଉନି ବୁଝିଲେ
Availability zone.
ଇଚ୍ଛା ଯେ ଏ ସାଉଣ୍ଡ ଯେ ଆଇଲେ ମୋର କପିରାଇଟ୍ ପଳାଇବ
ଆରେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟା ହୁଏ
ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ
Security
ଆରେ ତମେ ସେଦିନ ଗୀତ ବାଜିଲେ ସିନା ଏବେ ଗୋଟେ ଆଉଛି ଜାଣିବ ନା
operating system.
ନା ନାଇଁ
Windows Server
Correct.
2025.
ଦେଖିବାକୁ
And the
ଇଏ ହବ
CPU
ବା
and the memory. When Azure is asking you how much CPU memory you want, lot of sizes are available.
ସାଇଲେଣ୍ଟରେ କି
Then
କେତେ
what
ସମୟ
operating
ଦେଖିବ
system you want?
ହେଲେ ଡ୍ରଇଂ କଲେ ଆଉ ସାଇଲେଣ୍ଟ ହନି କି ସାଉଣ୍ଡଟା ଆଇବ ହେ
Kept default.
ଡ୍ରଇଂ କଲେ କି ସାଉଣ୍ଡ ଆଇବ କି
So
ତ ସେମାନେ
password,
ଜାଣିନଥିବେ କି
yes. Fine. Password I will change. Now, this is firewall. Now, all these things will come, like how to handle the firewall, how to create rules in the firewall. We will learn. It will take approximately 2 hours. We'll go for firewalls. Now, what I will do is, I will go and I will click on review plus create. Now, it will check, it will validate whether all the settings which are done, they are proper or not. It will take some time for validation. For example, if I give some wrong name or something, for example, hyphen I have used, or sorry, space I have used, hyphen is allowed, space I have used in the name, then it will give me error that no, space is not allowed. So once the validation is passed, then it shows the pricing also. Now there is a complete chapter on cost saving that we will take up in the actual course.
कौन है?
How to save cost.
ଏ ରାତିରେ ଚକୋଲେଟ୍ ଖାନା
To save cost, reserve instance, saving plans, spot VMs. So we will get an idea that how we can save cost. Now, what I will do is, I will click on the create button. Now, what do you think that how much time it will take? 10 minutes? 2 minutes? 5 minutes? What do you think? Let's see. So, I will click on the create button. Now after clicking on the create button, it is like 8:52 right now. Now how much time it is taking? Let's see. So the deployment
ଏବେ ତ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟାବେଳୁ ଖାଇଲା ଗୋଟେ
is going on. And see,
ଖାଲି
this is
ଚକୋଲେଟ୍
what
ଖାଇଲେ ହେଉଛି
as a
ବହିରେ
service.
ବେଶୀ ମିଠା ଯାହା ଖାଇବ ସେ ଦେଇକି ବଡ଼ କ୍ଲିଆ କର
Not taken any headache of creating, managing the data center. I just went to the portal and I just selected the data center which I want and I'm creating my server. In the backend, the complete data center, the space, the power, the cooling, cabling, connectivity, rack, storage, servers, load balancer, whatever you want, everything you will get as a service. In terms of server, complete networking, everything is taken care. Server is given to you. You stop the server, you start the server. Server is in your control. Rest all complete thing is given to you as a service. Now when we are creating the server, there are a lot of other things also created in the backend that we will understand. The NIC card, the NSD, the public IP address. Meaning we have chapters. Now the deployment start time is this. Let's see how much time it takes for the deployment to be completed. So 1 minute has passed, meaning within 2 minutes. That is fast, right? Within 2 minutes, the server is deployed. So it is not possible in on-premises environment. Then cloud gives you knowledge of multiple things. Meaning you would be doing load balancing here. You would be handling firewall here. You would be doing backup here. You would be creating servers here. You would be handling DNS here. You would be creating storage here. Meaning your profile will get updated in multiple things. In on-premises, if you are working, for example, you are working as a system administrator, can the network engineer allow you to touch the firewall, configure the firewall? What do you think? The answer is no. Can the storage team allow you to handle the storage?
30. Sedan. Di ଶୋଇପଡ଼ିବ ନା ଶୋଇପଡ଼ିଯା ଶୋଇ ଏସବୁ ଗୋଟେ ନମ୍ବେଇଶ ଶୁଣୁ ଶୋଇ ଗୋଟେ ନମ୍ବେଇଶ ଆଉ ନାହିଁ ଗୋଟେ ନମ୍ବେଇଶ ଶୋ ଦିଦି
The backup team take the backup. No, everyone has their own fixed department. But here in cloud, you will see, because things are ready-made and things are made very easy. Things are made very easy, so that we can easily handle them. See here, I created server. The backend, whether it is Hyper-V or VMware, it does not matter. But for your curiosity, my dear friend, the backend virtualization is Hyper-V. But should I have knowledge of VMware or Hyper-V to learn Azure? No. Okay, because that is all backend. That's why we have taken the example of the electricity. If I contact the electricity provider and ask them, where is my diagram? Here. So they will not give answer of all these things. They will tell me that use the service. Similarly here, the backend virtualization, it is all taken care by Azure. Now, could we be charged or by doing the practical? We will be coming to that point also, that when you come for the next Saturday, because our course from the first lecture till the last lecture, it's a practical course. In a theory class, we are interested, our focus is on live hands-on practical things. We What is the name of the account? The account name is free tier account. Okay, now how to create the account? We would be sharing a video with you, and by watching the video, you will be able to create the free tier account in Azure. Okay, now if there is anyone who has already created the free tier account before in Azure, then you have to message me. This is my number. Okay, my name is Amir. You have to message me. This is my WhatsApp number. Okay, this is not a calling number. Any doubt, any queries during the course, after the course, okay, you can WhatsApp me anytime. There is no time limit. 24 by 7 into 365. You can WhatsApp me, but obviously I won't be available 24 by 7 into 365. But you can WhatsApp me anytime. As and when we are available, we will reply you back. So, my dear friends, today only before starting the demo session, I replied to one of my students. He's in Uganda. He shared me the resume, and he told me, sir, please review the resume. So I shared with some points. So now in the demo session, my phone is aside. I'm not looking at my phone right now. So it
আপনি
can
দম
happen
মাথায়
that
বলছেন
you might message, but our reply is not coming because we might be busy in training, meeting, discussion. But as soon as possible, we are available. We will reply you back. Okay. Our support, if you go to Google and check the reviews, our support is good enough. Now, those people who have already created the account in Azure, once again, if you are creating the account, please WhatsApp me that I have already created the account. Then there is some technique which I have to share it with you. Okay. Now, coming back to our point. So, Azure took less than 2 minutes to create the server. Now the server is in front of me. It is running. I can start the server. I can stop the server. I can take the
Sonu
remote
Babu.
of the server. Okay, this is the public IP address. And if I type here RDP, remote desktop connection, and then if I paste the public IP address and if I click on connect, and the username and the password. Now, which username and password is this? Which username and password is this? Have I put any username and password at the time of creation of the server? Perfect, yes. And when we create the server, after creating the server, we will tell you, because some people will ask me that when we create the server, some people ask that what was the username and password. So then we tell you that okay, you have to go here, and this is the place where you can find your username,
అబ్బో
and
అదే
then
ఇదే.
even you can
అదే ఇదే.
reset the password.
చిన్నబ్బానే హాతీ రాసి పాని తీయండి
Is very
ఈ పాని
simple.
వచ్చి జో
Did they understand?
చిన్న పిల్లడన్నా
Can people forget the username? Yes.
హాతీ
And
రాసి
can people forget the password? Yes. So they have given the option that you can go to the portal
గోమ్
and you
దొయ్యి
can
రేడి దొయ్యి
reset the password or you can check your name. So my dear friend, now I am able to take the RDP of the server. Now whatever inside, whatever we want, that can be done. The commercial application server, web server, whatever they want. Azure says my job is done. I am giving you the complete infrastructure as a service. Server is in your control. Whatever you want to do, you can do. More servers you want, it is available. How much you use? You use the server for 1 minute, you pay for 1 minute. You use the server for 1 hour, you pay for 1 hour. You use the server for 10 hours, you pay for 10 hours. How much you use, that much you have to pay. More servers you want, they are available. And they are instantly available on demand. You don't need to wait. Go to the portal, create more servers, depending upon your requirement. So that is the power of cloud. And in today's world, we want instant. We want immediate. We can't wait. So that power who gives? Cloud gives. Now there is a company. That company was impressed, and that company said we want to host a website www.shopping.com. Now this is a different company. The first company went for on-premises. This company said we will go for Azure Cloud. Azure belongs to Microsoft. Azure is simple and easy to understand, and Azure is in great demand. will go for Azure Cloud, but we have some queries, we have some questions, and we want answer from Azure Cloud that is Azure Cloud able to fulfill that. So Azure Cloud said, okay, what is the question? What is the query? The first requirement, the first query of the client is we want two servers. Now we will put some queries of the client and then we will see the answer from the Azure Cloud. So the client says that we want two servers. One is server 1, other is server 2. We want the server, for example, we want 4 core and 16 GB RAM server. Initially we want 4 core and 16
No, no.
GB RAM server. After few months, if we feel that, because we will be monitoring the CPU memory of the server, because in Azure there are services known as Azure Monitor. You don't require any separate monitoring tool like OP Manager, like SolarWinds to monitor your server. Azure has a service that we will see that is known as Azure Monitor. So we will be monitoring our servers, and if we feel that 4 core and 16 GB RAM was like too high, so can we reduce it to 2 core and 8 GB RAM? Or if we feel that our CPU is continuously utilized, memory is utilized, so can we increase to 8 core and 32 GB RAM? Meaning, can we resize the server? Can we scale up, meaning increase? Can we scale down, meaning decrease? So Azure says yes, you can scale up, you can scale down depending upon your requirement, but you need to have a downtime. Why? Because the server will restart. Can I avoid this restart? No. The restart cannot be avoided, and they have given here the option. So if I go here inside the server, because there will be two search here. First is the main search, then is the sub search. Here if I go and if I say size, if I search for size, then from here I can resize the server, I can decrease the CPU memory, I can increase the CPU memory. But if the virtual machine is currently running, changing its size will cause it to be restarted. So what is the best? The best practice is to stop the virtual machine and then resize. Now it's a big chapter altogether that is known as stop deallocate. That we will understand that how you can first stop deallocate, that is stop deallocate. What is this? It will take time to understand, and after that you resize yourself. So that's what they are saying. First you stop the virtual machine, then you resize the server. But how to stop, that all things we will learn in the upcoming sessions. So my dear friends, Azure says to the client that yes, it is possible, you can resize, but don't resize in the running VM. First stop the server. The best practice is to stop the server and then resize. If you resize in the running VM, then your server will restart abruptly. Okay, and it need to have a downtime. The server will restart, meaning you have a downtime. So first stop and then resize. So resizing can be done, but it requires a downtime. Okay, so the first query, can we resize? And the answer is yes, but with a downtime. Because even if you stop, the server will be stopped, and obviously it is a downtime. Now coming to the next point, the next query. What is the next query of the client? The next query is the client says that we have two servers, server 1 and server 2. Now what we want is we want the C drive, which is technically known as OS disk, to be of 512 GB. And we want to keep some application data because in Azure, in the C drive, the operating system will be there. And then they want to keep some application data, so they want an extra disk. The extra disk is known as the data disk. And the C drive, the technical word in Azure, is known as OS disk. Now you'll understand there are different type of disk in Azure. How can we increase the size? Can we decrease the size? Can we have multiple OS disks? Can we have multiple data disks? How to add, how to remove? Lot of things, meaning approximate 4 hours we have to invest on disk. Then how to take the backup, how to restore, how to take the snapshot. Lot of things we have to learn. So in the demo session, obviously, all the pointers cannot be touched. Demo session is a very light session. So what the client says that we want an OS disk of 512 GB and we want a data disk of 1 TB initially. But whenever we want later, we want to increase, for example, the OS disk we want to increase it to 1 TB. Our data disk, we want to increase this to 2 TB. So the client is asking Azure that initially we selected 512 GB. So can we increase to 1 TB later? Is it possible? So Azure says yes, it is possible. You can increase. But in Azure decrease